Tired of pulling so many packs and getting nothing you wanted? Head on over to MrMuckCoin.com and use code GS20 where you can purchase coins, get 20% off, and go on ahead and get the players you want.
What's going on, guys? GS here. Welcome back to another Madden 20 video. And today I want to talk about an issue that's been happening in this game for quite some time. And it's very annoying. It's very frustrating. It is taking rewards away from people. It is taking the want to look forward to play this game. Now, I was in my Super Bowl. If you guys watched the gameplay earlier, you guys will see that I didn't have any Super Bowl gameplay because this is what happened in my Super Bowl. So I'm just searching, right, trying to get gameplay for you guys. Now, whoever I get matched up against, whatever happens, happens, right? Whenever I hit that record button, no matter who I get matched up against, I'm just trying to get some gameplay. Hopefully show off some new cards and stuff like that, and hopefully entertain you guys. So during the loading screen, I usually go to recent players. That way I can see who I matched up against and just see who it is I'm playing. So the loading screen is just taking its time, and usually it takes about maybe about 20 seconds or so, and then you're in the game. Maybe probably less than that. So it's cycling through screens, right, and it's taking a little longer than usual. So I'm just stuck in this loading screen, right? And I'm sure we've all had this happen to us, and we all had the DC glitch what people are doing. And again, we're just loading, we're sitting here, and at this point I already know what's happening. It's already way too long. I should have been in the game already, and at this point I'm just ready to accept the loss in my Super Bowl and be taken away from the rewards that I wouldn't say should have gotten, because there's no guarantee that I'm going to win the game. But I want the result of the game to come from me actually playing. Let someone beat me on the field. Don't let this happen to where I just get rewards taken away from me. Something unusually happens. I literally just sit it out because the screens are actually changing. Usually, if it was just stuck on one loading screen, I would have dashboarded already. But because they're cycling through the screens, I feel like eventually it's just going to go through. I don't have to dashboard. At some point, I'm just going to get the connection to your peer has been lost, and then I'll just go about my business, whatever. So I get matched up against I'm Toxic Mist, and something very rare happens. This happened. This isn't rare. This is happening way too much. But I actually get the win. I'm not really sure how. Maybe he was stuck in the loading screen and he dashboarded before me. I don't know. All I know is that I end up getting the win. At this point, I'm thinking I took the loss, right? I'm just going to go back in, and I'm just like, all right, maybe I can just maybe even replay it. Because every once in a blue moon, it doesn't give you the loss or the win. But this case, it gave me the win, right? So it's like, okay, I'll take it, right? I guess I had no choice whether it was win or loss. And I was actually planning to put this in the video, and I was going to that's why I took the pack. It's like, we'll put this in the video, right? And I was going to say in the video that I took the pack for the coacher, because you should always take your coins. And because if I wasn't recording, I'd definitely take the 65K. But we take the pack for the video. And the reason why I didn't put this in the video, because I knew I was going to talk about it later on in another video, because it just continuously kept happening. And it makes this game at some point unplayable. Now, you can technically call this my job, right? I sit here and I upload Madden gameplay, or I'll stream Madden. And for the most part, this is what I do and how I go on ahead and support myself and my family. So, starting the next season, I actually won the first game. You'll see the gamer tag. That is the guy that was in the video. And then I end up searching for another game. And I think game number 2, I actually end up getting. And I do, right? I end up playing him, and he ends up quitting. Now, game number 3, I match up against the same guy. I'm Toxic Mist, and the exact same thing happens. I get matched up. I'm stuck in a loading screen. But on a very rare occasion, now trust me, when I say rare, this has happened to me less than 8 times this year where I actually get the win for it. So I end up getting the win for it, which, rarely happens. Again, I don't know if he's trying to do something. I don't know. Maybe, he notices we're just stuck in the loading screen so long, and he just dashboards and it just gives me the win because I waited out longer. I don't know. Believe me, I do not know what the cause of me getting the win and him, I'm assuming, getting the loss, right? Because it's given a result. But this is happening in squads as well, where you're just stuck in a game. Now, there's no way that there's no one searching in this game for a minute to go by me not to match up with someone. As bad as the loading screens are, I get matched up in opponents 90, no, okay, that's exaggerated. Probably like 50 to 70% of the time in other people's playoffs. So I really feel like they try their best to give me a tough, well, make someone's matchup tough for them by making me play them. Because the videos today that I upload, I was in someone's Super Bowl, I was in someone's wild card, and I went back and I took a look at my last 10 gameplays. And all 10 of them were me playing in someone else's playoffs. I don't think that's a coincidence. I feel like they know that I have a very good team. They know, they go by my record. They can see that, you know, that the account is doing very well. The team is very well. And I really feel like they strategically place me against someone where my team is better. That way they can go on ahead and lose and feel like the reason why they lost is because my team is so good and it makes them want to get a team similar to mine. I'll never forget, I tell this story all the time, I'll never forget the first time I ended up really wanting to dive in and spend money in Ultimate Team is in Madden 25. I played against someone who had Ndamukong Suh and he had Warren Sapp on his D-line. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't pass. I couldn't run because those two guys were shredding me. I couldn't move the ball. I hiked the ball. They were in my face. I ran the ball. They shed it immediately. And I was like, okay, enough said. This guy's awful. He's awful. I'm so much better than him. But because I couldn't move the ball, because my team was nowhere near his, I really wanted to go on ahead and just get a better team so I could compete with teams like that and win via skill and not just lose to people just because their team was better. And I really feel like that's the scenario they try to put me in, or if anyone else has a very good team. I don't think it's a coincidence that I go on ahead and I get matched up against people in their playoffs. You take a look, you know, in the video today, I played, 3 gameplays or something like that? And I believe all of them, they were in their postseason. Or I think maybe one wasn't. Like, I'm just continuously playing people in their postseason. And it's like, I don't think that's going. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is the ongoing search problems where it makes you not even want to play the game. It makes you not even want to try and sit here and load up because, one, you can go on ahead and get DC glitch because people are still doing that. They still haven't done anything. They haven't said anything about it. We're getting patches. We're fixing things. But one of the main thing about this game is the connection issues, and they haven't fixed it. Squads, still since the last patch, you still start with your camera in the flipped, like a player locked camera. You have to change it manually every single time when you start. Every single time. You have to try and hit down on the D-pad twice to get it to a regular camera, and it's still like that. That's not fixed. We still have this issue like this where I'm sitting trying to find an opponent and it keeps searching and searching and it doesn't find anyone, and then it says the connection to my peer or the connection to my opponent, whatever, has been lost. So I have to dashboard, and then I search again, and then the next thing happens, and then I dashboard. Now mind you, the file, I will give you the exact time length, I should say, of this file. Let me go ahead and open this up. Okay, so the gameplay that I have today, once I started recording, was a total of 56 minutes and 21 seconds. Now, out of that 56 minutes, and this right here came up, your opponent has left the match, and I'm just stuck in a loading screen. I have to dashboard. At this point, I have to hope I don't take a loss, because I have done this where I dashboard, I come back to a loss. It's happened to me in squads where just playoffs, hopes and dreams and rewards, gone, cut short because of issues like this. Now, out of that 56 minutes, I went ahead and recorded every single play, cut by cut, right? Where actual gameplay of actual me playing John Madden was less than 12 minutes. Now, you have to factor in, you know, selecting your plays and going on ahead and going to the huddle and things like that. But it can't be that long, right? It's not like all that is going to be an extra 30 minutes where I have well over 30 plus minutes of just wait time, of just trying to play a game. And at this point, I literally did not even see the opponent has quit. I did not see it. I didn't even notice it. I just dashboard. I didn't notice it until afterwards when I was editing the video. And I noticed it because if I seen it then, I would have done it immediately after it came up. So at that point, I have to dashboard. And then I go back in, try to find another game. And the exact same thing happens, where I'm stuck in a loading screen and I have to dashboard. And this is something that's been ongoing, and this is something that a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, I don't mean the community, because trust me, I see it daily. But a lot of people over at Electronic Arts, they want to turn their shoulder. They don't want to say anything about it. They want to go on ahead and continue to drop promos and packs and blitzes and all this other. When I say blitzes, I mean not like actual schemes on defense. I mean, you know, blitz promos and stuff like that. They haven't mentioned anything about this. They haven't said anything about this. They haven't done anything about this. Where I'm sitting here, when I hit the record button, I have 56 minutes of a video, but 11 minutes of footage. Because I have to continuously keep backing. Just this video alone. This video alone is almost 20 minutes of me just trying to find a game. Just 20 minutes of loading screens. Just 20 minutes of me sitting in a lobby trying to match up against someone or having to dashboard. Almost 20 minutes. Now again, this is my job. This is what I do day to day. So I have the time to sit here and waste an hour to get 11 minutes of gameplay. But how many of you guys come home and you have school, you have work, you have other, responsibilities? You can't sit here and in 1 hour only play a handful of games. Now, mind you, the games that I played were quick. I was able to play 4 or 5 of them because of the 2 Toxic Mist guys. Those games didn't even count. Well, they counted, but I didn't even play them, and the other guys quit very shortly. But how many of you guys don't have much time? And out of the 2 hours you have to set aside to play John Madden, how many times are you stuck in this loading screen? Because I don't know about you guys, but this happens to me all the time. And this is why the whole gameplay thing, why it hasn't happened as frequently as I would like to, because I know when I sit down and I play head to head, I'm going to be forced with this. And I'm a very patient person. But this has been going on all year, and it's beyond frustrating. When is this going to be addressed? When is this going to be addressed? When are they even going to say something like, hey, we know it's an issue, we're working on it? They don't say anything about it. They don't let us know. At least we know they know. But let us know that you know. Give us a little bit of comfort of this is going to be addressed. I've seen people tweet that they were unable to qualify. They were unable to qualify for the last tournament because they kept getting, I think it's blue screened or like just dashboarded or stuck in loading screens, and you get the loss and they're losing ranks and they can't participate. I think one person tweeted that he had like 7 DC losses and he was 1 spot out. Just give him half of those wins, even if he doesn't win them all. Give him half. And I'm sure he ends up making the tournament. This is something that is completely wild, frustrating, not fun. I don't look forward to this. This isn't something that anyone should have to go through. Whatever you want to say about the gameplay, whether you like it, whether you dislike it, whether you love it, whether you hate it, we just want to play the game. And things like this prevent people from wanting to play the game. Things like this, let's just say an average person who just wants to come on, play a few games of Madden. If they went through what I went through yesterday, continuous stuck in loading screens, continuously having to dashboard, continuing having to sit here and wait and wait and wait. How much? All I'm trying to do is just play the game. How many people are turning away from the game because they can't even play it? How many people are trying their hardest to not spend money, right? And again, this is the least I've spent in the past 5 years on Madden. Because the rewards for head-to-head are actually, they're very good. They're very good, where if you have the time and you can win a lot, you can make a lot of coins in this game. But how many people are going to sit here on a day-to-day basis and deal with things like this? Deal with 20 minutes of just trying to get a game. How many of you guys deal with this maybe it's just me. Maybe some of you, maybe a lot of you guys don't have this issue. But for me, to get that 11 minutes of footage yesterday, not yesterday, I uploaded earlier today, took me close to an hour. An hour for just a handful of gameplays that were very quick. Because I had to keep dashboarding. I had to sit in loading screens. This has to be fixed. This has to be addressed. Let us know that the issue is there. We know it's there. Let us know that you know it's there. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, please. Because I'm going to be reading the comments. Please let me know what you're going through with this game as far as it comes to loading screens. Appreciate the love, guys.